Well, let's go. We have a jam-packed webinar for you all today. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Taylor Crosby. I'm the Director of Marketing for JobTread. And we want to thank you all for joining us here for another live product update. We are really excited to share some upcoming or some recent updates with you, and especially our new work in progress report. If you want to explore any of our past webinars or any of our upcoming ones, you can always check them out at jobtread.com/webinars. And if you need to continue the conversation in any way, you can always reach out to us at jobtread.com. And now I'd like to introduce JobTread's founder and CEO, Eric Fortenberry. Eric, take it away.
Thanks, Taylor. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate you coming out today to our product update. I feel like it was just recently we did one of these, but we had so many exciting updates that wanted to hop back on and kind of walk you through all the new stuff. So before we get into that, though, I got a couple updates. As usual, I want to invite everyone to join our Facebook group, JobTread Pros. Got an awesome community. Just keeps growing. Would love seeing all the collaboration, all the feature requests, the ideas, people helping each other. So definitely get in there if you're not part of it yet. Also wanted to announce a major milestone. We have just hit $2 billion in jobs being sold and managed on JobTread. Like, this is just awesome. We love seeing this. We're so excited that we can help contribute so much to the construction community and helping you guys, keep selling those jobs, keep getting them run and earning that hard-earned money. So, keep it up. We look forward to, I guess three billion's the next, and we'll keep going. But we're excited to have this major milestone here. And with all this group, we have to keep adding to our team, of course, or with all this growth, we keep hiring. We're excited to welcome 2 new people to the team since our last town hall. We've got Jeff McCullum. He comes with a lot of construction experience, join our customer success team. And we've got Madison Couch, who is joining our marketing team. We are so excited to have both of them on the team. We're still looking for more great people. So if you know people, we're hiring in customer success, sales, looking for more marketing people as well. So, please do send them our way if you know anyone. Wanted to also highlight JobTread Connect. We're finally getting ready to really start kind of announcing a lot more coming with this, but definitely want to make sure you guys have saved the date. January 17th to the 19th. We're going to have an awesome conference. For those of you, and I'm curious to see in the chat who all was here last year, and what'd you think? But we got 32 ed sessions that we're going to be putting on. We actually had to extend the conference a little bit, or added on to that first day. Originally, we're going to do a pre-con, which would just be the basic trainings, but we decided just the overwhelming interest in the conference that we actually refunded all of the pre-con ticket sales. Just gave them back. I'm sure we're probably the first software company in the world to ever give money back. But hey, we wanted to make this available to everyone. We think it's such a great opportunity for you to come out and learn. These sessions are going to be, sales and estimating, scheduling, project management. We got some job costing, talking about workflows, process management, a lot of marketing, SEO, accounting best practices, formulas, parameters, team management, scaling your business, industry roundtables. Like, there's going to be so much awesome content and education happening that we definitely want to see everyone there. We are going to be publishing the schedule in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned on jobtreadconnect.com. Again, lots of networking as well. You're going to get to meet our entire team. We've got roundtables coming up. We're going to have a jam-packed partner expo as well. We're going to do the JobTread office tour just like we did last year, except it's at our new office. We're so excited to show you all. We're going to have our welcome party up here. We've also got the big night out where we've rented out an entire bowling and billiards venue. It's a different one from last year, but we're going to have shuttle buses to get everyone there. Super excited about this. And also wanted to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. We're just so grateful to have their support, to put on this event. Again, we love to, see you working with our sponsors, helping them, so it's going to be really exciting. But thank you all. I know there's a few more coming in the next couple of weeks, but, wanted to just recognize them, for helping us put this event on. And again, JobTread Connect is January 17th to the 19th. The hotel is directly attached to our office building. I will say, definitely get your tickets as soon as you can, especially your hotel room. Make sure you get that reserved. I know they've got a block held for us, but at some point, they won't keep holding in it. They'll just open it up. And so I want to make sure everyone is able to stay at the West End Hotel where we're putting on this event. And you got 2 airports you can fly into. Dallas Love Field would be my recommendation. It's much smaller, easier to get in and out. Although I was a little surprised to see that we're actually a little bit closer to DFW now, but again, it's a coin flip. Both great airports that you can fly in and out of. So definitely get your tickets booked as soon as you can. And lastly, want to highlight again, Builder Stories. This has been a really awesome experience to be able to highlight so many great success stories and the things that it's been for them to be able to get their businesses started, the lessons they've learned along the way. We've had recently, some really great, sessions here. We've got Jared Thayer from Thayer Design Build, did an awesome, episode about investing in yourself. Bob Turner, talking about sweating the small stuff, the details matter. Jason Varney with Dock and Deck and Tennessee Pool and Spas, incredible episode talking about how he's managed, both of these businesses with his sons. And then Aaron Hershaw was this week, just again, incredible insights from all of these guys. Definitely tune in, love for you to, give us a like, share the podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, kind of wherever you like to listen to them, or you can just go to builderstories.com and listen to it directly on our website. So without further ado, we're going to hop into our product updates. A lot of really great stuff has come out in the last, I'm not even sure how long ago it was, maybe a month ago since our last update, but we're going to go into each one of these things. So I'm just going to dive right in. So a lot of requests about being able to resize the budget column, width. So now you can just grab right there on the, right on the edge of the column, and you can, expand or shrink it. And you can save these new widths that you set, by going into the budget view settings there and just hit save. So once you've adjusted it, you'll be able to save it. And every time you come back to that, it's going to show that same width. I know that's going to really help, fine tune all of the details that you can see on your screen there. And we also added that to the data views as well. So, on the jobs, the customers, the vendors, all of those, various kind of places that you can create those reports and those list views, you can resize those columns as well. We added the quick job switcher, so this just lets you switch between jobs without interrupting your workflow. All you got to do is click on the job name, and it's going to pop up this side panel, going to show you all your active jobs. So if you're on the budget view and you want to go check out another job's budget real quick, or if you're on the schedule, you want to go look at another job schedule. The neat thing is when you switch jobs through the job switcher, it's going to keep you on that same tab directly, in the job that you're on. So, you'd see that budget, you'd see that schedule. Super neat, really, really quick and easy way to switch between jobs. Thanks everyone for the recommendations to add that. I think it's been a nice little shortcut to add in there. The job cover photo. So again, really excited about this one. It allows you to essentially be able to go in and add a little bit more color, a little bit more design to your to your organization there. Let me see here. And onto the job. It also lets you be able to send out, and share that on the customer portal, which is really neat. So, again, just kind of highlight that. We do have some, a couple little guidelines there to help sort of make sure you get the best photo there. And we have some other updates coming to the job dashboard and to the customer and vendor portal here soon, which is exciting. All right, moving on. And I know I'm going quick. We've got a lot to cover. All right. So again, a bunch of people had requested the ability to set the billable status in QuickBooks. So when you create bills and expenses in JobTread now, you can toggle that is billable on. And so, whenever you go create a new bill or an expense, on a job, if it's the first one for that job, we're going to look at, the last bill or expense that you created on any job, and we'll set the same default. Now, once you create, bills and expenses on a job, if you've already created a bill or expense on that job, it'll default to the same setting that you had for the last time. So, this should hopefully save some people a little bit of time. I know if you do use this feature in QuickBooks, this will be a nice little time saver. Another big exciting update for QuickBooks you can now create expenses directly in JobTread. And so that will push over, as a QuickBooks Online expense. You can select the QuickBooks account when you're creating the bill or expense. It doesn't really matter, which document template you use. Any, vendor bill, whether it's the bill or the expense, will have these options. And so you're going to be able to then just select, one of those, the QuickBooks accounts, and that's how we know to push it in as an expense. Because in order for this to go into QuickBooks, it has to be associated to an account for it to be an expense. This also enables credit card credits to be able to go in. And so, you can see here, like this is an example where if it's a negative amount, it's going to automatically push in as a credit card credit. You have to make sure that you've selected a credit card account. But again, this should save everyone a lot of time and just make it even easier to enter this data directly into JobTread and then push over. Another exciting update, and again, had a lot of discussion on the JobTread Pros group about this. I know certain certain PDFs and certain mobile devices were not loading. They may have shown a black screen, or they may have just shown a just the first page. So we replaced the PDF viewer for all mobile devices, and so you no longer need to download it to be able to view it. You can now view everything. You can see everything. You can view all the pages for the PDF as well directly in JobTread now. Again, I apologize for those issues that they really were outside of our control. But what we did is we basically just quit using the native browser PDF viewers, and we added our own. So glad to see that's been resolved. The other neat thing, we have now got the ability for you to zoom and pan images. You can now go full screen with them. This is going live today. I don't think they've pushed it out quite yet. They're waiting for after the webinar, but really excited about those updates. I think this might be actually an outdated screenshot, but you'll see you've got basically the ability here to go full screen. You can go left and right. If you are on a computer, you can zoom in and out. A lot of great updates are coming to be able to view both images and PDFs. Really excited. Our guys have been hard at work on that one. So hopefully that will improve your ability to really zoom in and look at the plans and the details directly in JobTread without having to download those files anymore. All right, so now we're on to the WIP report here. And so again, I want to spend some time talking about how we got here, why we did this, and then basically kind of help you understand what it is, the benefits of it, how to use it. And then we're also going to have some of our accountants' perspectives shared here as well. So how we got here. I mean, I've heard the feature request for quite a while. Many times from both our customers and from their accountants and bookkeepers. But the thing that really did it was I was at the Remodeler Summit. It's Remodelers Advantages annual event. I think it was like 3 weeks ago in Chicago. The neat thing about that organization is that you have to be doing at least $1 million in sales to even be part of the group. So, they're definitely very successful businesses that have already hit that $1 million mark, and, all the way up to, 10, 15, $20 million. There are some very large companies there too. But the interesting thing was there was a lot of discussion about, when people come up and talk to us, asking, well, do we have a WIP report? And I kept, hearing this over and over. And as I continued to have these discussions with people, I realized that, it's one of the requirements for you to be part of RA is to submit, I believe it's twice a year, a WIP report to make sure that you're using this tool to help manage your business. And so as I kept learning about it, I realized that, it was something that was very, it's a very manual, cumbersome process to be able to, keep track of all this. And we just heard tons and tons of people are doing it, in Excel, or outside of their project management system. A lot of people were even, stuck on QuickBooks Desktop because they do have that WIP report available, and that's not available in QuickBooks Online. And so that, was a big concern, for people to, to switch over. And so, at the end of the day, though, I saw that it was such a valuable tool. And I also felt like it was a really great opportunity for us to be able to, come in and leverage all of this data that we already have in JobTread to give it to you in yet another format that will help you better manage your growth in your business. And so, I had told various people my goal was to come back next year with this WIP report built into JobTread. But, of course, we try to, under promise and over deliver. So, sure enough, 3 weeks later, we've been able to roll it out. Really excited about it. So what is a WIP report? It's a financial document that tracks the status and the progress of your ongoing construction projects. It provides an overview of all the cost incurred, the revenue earned, and the projected profitability for each job. And it gives you a clear picture of where your projects stand financially at any given point in time. I think Jackie Shaw, who was one of the accountants that, we worked with on this, she said it best. The goal of the WIP report, AKA the percentage of completion accounting, is that we're trying to adjust the profit and loss for any given month so that the gross profit is accurate. It's really about trying to smooth out all of your revenue, whether you need to pull it forward or you need to push it out based on what you've earned. And so, there's lots of benefits of using a WIP report. You got financial clarity. It's going to help with your job costing, your progress monitoring, your cash flow management, forecasting, any sort of compliance reporting you may need to do, performance analysis. At the end of the day, it provides a clear understanding of the status, the financial health, and the progress of your projects. So it's a really beneficial tool that you can use now. So the key components of this report, it's a report that will usually go up to a specified date, so you can basically set the end date. Typically, like the end of the month would probably be the most common, but it's got your contract amount, which is, again, the approved price for the project. We've got our cost to date. What costs have we incurred for that project? We've got our invoicing to date. So how much have we billed the client? Our percentage of completion, which is basically the cost that we've incurred relative to the total projected cost. And then our earned revenue is the revenue that should be recognized based on the percentage of completion. So that's taking that percentage times, the projected price for the job. And then we've got our projected profit, which is, again, taking the projected final cost minus the projected price. And then ultimately it's the over under invoiced amount, which is essentially showing you, have you over invoiced relative to that earned revenue, or are you under invoiced? So these are all kind of the key components of a WIP report. And so within JobTread, what we did is we've added several new fields to help support you in reporting on this. So first one, again, the percentage of cost complete. So that's your actual cost divided by the projected cost. That's going to tell you how much have you already incurred out of the total projected cost. And then your earned revenue, that's the percentage of your cost complete times the projected price. So according to, this percentage of completion method, this is how much revenue you have earned based on the cost of what you've spent so far. And then you can look at your over invoiced or your under invoiced, which is, again, if you're over invoiced, it's the invoiced amount minus the earned revenue. So, if you've earned, 10,000, but you've invoiced for 12, you're $2,000 over invoiced. Or if you're under invoiced, and it's, it's basically what you've earned minus what you've invoiced so far. So, again, if you've earned $10,000 and you've only, invoiced for 5,000, well, you're $5,000 under invoiced. We've also added some additional fields that, again, in collaboration with Zach Snider and his team, as well as, others at Remodelers Advantage, like, they also have a very big focus on, looking at your projected profit per day. And so we added some additional fields to one, calculate the scheduled days, for a project. So you can see, it's the end date minus the start date will tell you how many days you're scheduled to be working on this. And then it now takes that projected profit divided by the number of days. So that's your projected profit per day for that project. And it's really, really interesting when you can now compare across all of your projects, what your profit per day is, for each of these projects. And we also added for the baseline schedule, where you can now see the baseline days. So what did you originally expect? How long did you originally expect this project to take? And what was your original projected profit per day going to be? And so even, comparing kind of what your baseline was versus what your current, schedule is looking like can give you some additional insights. So again, really, really interesting, powerful tools here. And, you're able to, just like all the other reports in JobTread, you can go in and you can customize these reports. You can add or remove the fields that are important to you. You can reorder them, so it's a great way to customize this. We did roll out a default in everyone's organization just so that you didn't have to go build the full thing, but feel free to take that and modify it for your needs in your business. And the other really important thing about this WIP report is that it's very important that you're able to filter all of the data based on a certain date. And so, originally our thinking was, okay, we'll just sort of filter all of the cost and, specifically the documents and the time, based on that date. But, really thanks to Jackie Shaw, she really like walked me through saying, hey, look, here's why you can't just do the same date for both the documents and the time entries, because, a lot of times, in JobTread, when you're recording time, that's basically being recorded as of that date. So you're accruing, that cost. But if you're looking at, an end of the month report, and your guys clocked in, last day of the month, but your next payroll isn't actually going to be paid until the next month. Well, you want to actually filter all of that out because that hasn't been recognized. That hasn't been paid out in your QuickBooks. And so, what we ended up doing is we split, the ability so that you can now filter your documents, which, again, it's your any of your customer orders, proposals, change orders, as well as all your vendor orders, bills, expenses, that can have one date, but then you can select a separate date for all of your time entries. So in this example here, we're looking at, the end of September. As of September 30th, I want to be able to know, how much cost from a vendor and subcontractor standpoint have we incurred, and then how, what about our time that we might actually bump that to September 15th because I haven't paid everything from the 15th to the 30th. And so this gives you that ability to really, filter out the right data so that you can then go into your QuickBooks and make those adjustments that you see fit based on the output of this report. So let me hop in. We're gonna walk through a little bit of a live demo here. Everyone with me? Let's check out the chat real quick. Looks like we got I assume our team is hopefully answering some questions. What's everyone thinking so far? I hope you're liking the updates. All right, so we're gonna go over here. So we'll come over here to this jobs report. So again, this is my default, but this is the WIP report that that you all should now see in each of your organizations. And here I'll collapse this the side panel so we can see. Again, we've got our projected price. And this is going to work for both fixed price jobs and cost plus jobs. So again, really great, that we've got this projected price column that can work for both of them. And you got your projected price. And again, like I was showing you earlier, if you wanted to expand these columns or if you wanted to shrink the columns, you can do that right here just by dragging and dropping there. But we've got our budgeted costs, our projected costs, our actual cost complete. These are all data, points that we already had in there. Here we can see we've got our scheduled days, so the number of days, and then our projected profit per day. Again, very interesting to be able to see and understand, looking at all of your active projects, where are they compared to each other, and why might some be, so much more than others? This could give you a clue as to what types of jobs, you might want to go focus on doing more of, or you might need to go and see, are there certain types of jobs that seem to be slipping? Having this budget variance, again, this is your slippage and your grippage, like really understanding, what's happening, while you're running these jobs. But as we look farther over here, so here's some of the new columns is the percentage of complete, and again, we've got our earned revenue. How much have we earned thus far on that, job based on the percentage that we've of the costs that are complete. And then, we can see how much we've already invoiced. And then if we're over invoiced or under invoiced, based on all that data. So again, maybe though I want to come over here and let's say I want to filter, this report. So maybe we want to look at, September, the end of the month, September 30th. And, and so it's, the time's going to default to that same day, but you're able to then go and override this if you will. So again, here as of September 30th, we're actually now under invoiced because we've recognized that. But, if I come in here and say, maybe again, we want to filter out, those time entries, between September 15th and 30th, because we haven't paid them yet, we can now do that as well. And you're going to see that now I'm under invoiced by $2,400. A little bit of my, cost hasn't actually been paid out yet. So we were able to push that off. So again, super valuable tool here. You can come in here and really like get some very detailed information that should be helpful for you to smooth out, your books if you're using the percentage of completion accounting methods. One other thing to note, so these dates, they're not actually going to, they're not actually going to like save, permanently. It is something though, like if I go off into the, over to a job and then end up coming back to it, it will stay in your local browser for, I think, I don't know, like 30 minutes or something like that. But, it is one thing that, you want to make sure that you set it every time you come in and are actually sitting down to use this data. So yeah, so that's the WIP report there. Here we got that custom photo that we talked about earlier. Again, you can come over here, you can upload that photo right there directly on that. If we're looking at our budget or wherever we might be, we can use this job switcher just by clicking on the name. So maybe I want to switch over to this other job. It's going to take me to the same spot, that I was in there in that job. So, really, another great update. Let's see here. So I'm going to switch over, and I think I'm going to switch over to this other organization where I've got QuickBooks, the online integration enabled. So we'll just go to, I'm just going to go pick a random, expense here. So here's where, again, whenever you have a new document, you can come in here. So I'll make this positive real quick. So we'll have, whatever that is there. So whenever you have a, a positive bill or expense, you're going to see right here, do we want to push that in as an expense? So, to your cash account, is that going to go to your checking account, your Visa? You'll be able to select these. And whenever you select one of these accounts, that means that this document is going to be pushed in as an expense in QuickBooks Online. So again, it's the way to do that. You have to select the account. Now, if we have this as, back over in my negative example, so if this is a refund, or a credit going back to, let's say a credit card, now you're going to need to select which credit card that's for. And so this is, again, now it's going to be a refund. You're going to see that this is a refund here. And so that's going to then push in, to your QuickBooks based on that as well. And then, obviously, I showed you you've got the billable flag right there. So I think I've covered, was that all the updates? I believe, well, in some of the PDF viewing, so that'll be coming out, here shortly after this webinar. But yeah, anyways, I think I've covered most of the examples there. So again, one final note though, that WIP report was going to be pushed in, right here. So if you need to go in and make any additional, modifications, that's where you can come over here, and then you can, go through the fields and decide, which, what information do you want to add, remove. We also did add a little note, clear which ones include tax and which ones don't. So you're always going to have the, kind of the before tax, or if you're not collecting tax at all, it doesn't really matter which one you use. But we have made it more explicit about, where tax is included and not included in these reports. So yeah, so I think I have included everything on the demo. I want to now ask Zach Snider and Taylor, if you can promote him to a panelist. I want to let Zach share from his perspective, because he was one of the ones that we worked most closely with this on. He really helped me understand the importance of this, and yeah, I want to give him a moment to talk about it as well. So Zach, let's see. I think you might need to turn on your mic and camera. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
All right. Can you hear me?
Let's see. Is your all right? I think we got you. Welcome, Zach.
Yeah, thanks for pulling me in here. I hope I can, whatever, just give some real life use cases on this. If any of you all, I'm sure there's other folks in here involved with the Remodelers Advantage organization, so you're all are steeped in the ethos of the WIP, and for sure, like, the way I use this is, only because of my involvement with that organization, and, the wisdom from people like Jackie Shaw and Linda Case, who wrote the book. This book I keep on my desk, Making and Managing Money, Remodeler's Guide to Making and Managing Money. This is where it's at if you want to like really understand this stuff on a deep level. And yeah, so this is something I've been doing for the last 5 years or so. I've been doing this WIP report monthly on a manual spreadsheet. And I figure it takes me 3 to 4 hours every time to do it. And just quick math, that's like 276 hours over the last 5 years. So thank you, Eric, for freeing up some substantial time for me in the future. So yeah, the way I look at this is underbillings are an asset. And like you said before, you've completed more work than what you've invoiced for. And in that case, you're using your profits to fund the project. So you don't want to be underbilled. Overbilling equals a liability, which is in that case, you've invoiced more than you've completed. And in that case, the client is paying for their project as it should be. So you don't want to be way overbilled, but we always shoot for about 10% is kind of the rule of thumb. And then those calculate, so the total overbilling and underbilling, and I'm not going to get into the, QuickBooks side of this, but that goes through a journal entry onto our balance sheet. And then the difference between the overbilling and underbilling lands on our profit and loss as an income line, and either reduces our income or increases it. Yeah. And it just, like Jackie said in that slide earlier, like it just shows us a cleaner, more accurate picture of what we've actually earned for that time period. So that's the long and short of it. And obviously there's way more to it than I could get into in this, in one slide.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you, kind of sharing your perspective, from that, builder, homeowner or, business owner perspective. And
yeah.
I think next we're going to, turn it over to a couple of our, the accountants that work with a lot of our, customers, and going to let them kind of share a quick little snippet of their take on it as well. Thanks,
Cool.
Zach.
Yeah. Thank you, Eric.
Let's see, Taylor, if you can tee it up for them as well.
All right, yeah, we have them joining now as panelists. You all should be getting notifications.
Awesome. I see here's Penny. All right, Penny, why don't you go take it away first? I think you'll have to unmute yourself. There you go.
Hi, Eric.
Welcome.
I'm super passionate about WIP. And like Jackie said, when you plug these numbers are great in real time for all kinds of reasons for managing the project, especially with that profit per day. That's really next level. But I'm really passionate about WIP because most contractors, when they look at their profit and loss, it's just this roller coaster of nonsense because you don't have a good matching of your cost to your income. You don't have a steady gross profit. You really can't tell where you're at. So when you plug this number into your accounting system, which is not exactly that simple, but this report makes it a lot simpler because I also calculate for many clients this data every month. They're all going on JobTread. But it also helps you understand where you're at and what you're on the hook for. I can't tell you how many contractors question their accounting, sometimes even their intelligence when they're looking at their financial reports because they don't make any sense with this over and under billing. Also, how many feel like suddenly they're running out of money if they wrap up a bunch of big projects because they didn't understand what they're on the hook for. And so not only does it straighten out your profit and loss, but it tells you what you're on the hook for. If you're $300,000 overbilled, you really need to know that information from a working capital standpoint. Where am I at financially? How much money do I have in the bank? Who do I owe? Who owes me? But also, what am I on the hook for future work? And that's why I love it. And I think it's critical.
Awesome. Thanks, Penny.
Thank you for this. This is amazing.
Awesome. All right, Jackie, you're up. See, hold on. I don't think we can hear you quite yet, Jackie.
Here we go. How's that?
Yep, we can hear you now. Welcome.
Thank you. We got a double situation here to turn them on. So yes, my name is Jackie Shaw, and I was so lucky to be introduced to Eric by one of my old clients. And to all the RA members out there, hello, I haven't seen you in 18 months. Lovely to see you again. Hey, Zach. So there are two components about this product, JobTread, that is going to, like Penny, I'm going to say, okay, all clients, let's get you moved to JobTread unless you're really committed to something that you have already. And here's the reason why. The first thing that made me so excited, and I ask every third-party system about this when I meet them, is, do we have to use fake jobs? Because the system that I have so that I can show bookkeepers how to check their work every month to make sure everything is perfectly job costed. It breaks when we start using fake jobs. We start hiding things that might be incorrectly in COGS. So to find out the JobTread does not force users to make a fake job for admin or vacation or paid leave, like I was already bought in. And then Eric asked me a bunch of questions about WIP. And my next thing was, whenever a third-party company tries to create a WIP report, they don't understand the difference between pay period and pay date. And unfortunately, our bookkeeping industry is horribly short-staffed. Many bookkeepers never had any official training and get very little mentoring. And so we have office manager, bookkeeper people in working with remodelers that also don't understand the difference between pay date and pay period. And so within 24 hours, Eric and his business partner are like, yeah, we solved that issue, Jackie. And I am just over the moon with this company, how quickly they react to needs, how well they understand and listen to the accounting side of things, because so often business owners pick a product that they're sold on for production, and then they deliver it to the bookkeeper. And the bookkeeper is like, whoa, this actually is going to increase my workload by hours a month because it isn't set up for the integration. So QuickBooks Desktop, QuickBooks Online, I got all kind of magic whizzies going on that I can help the remodelers and the construction industry. But this product, this is the key. So from the bottom of my heart, Eric, thank you so much for fixing these two issues that have plagued our industry for years.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Jackie, for all your help and for working on this. And yeah, I'm also excited. So Jackie has I guess co-authored the Ultimate Remodeler's Guide to QuickBooks. Is that right? And she's also said that she was excited to put out a new edition to add us in there. So I can't wait for that as well.
Oh.
Awesome. Let me turn it over now to Lorena, Fran. Which one of y'all wants to share? All right.
Sure. So we have pivoted our business model to provide project assisting services. And one of the things that when I encountered JobTread about February 2022, so we're going on almost 2 years working with Eric. One of the main things I was looking for is how do we get buy-in? How do we get clients to adopt the software? And JobTread has done such an amazing job in producing something that contractors want to see how they're used to working in the way that they work every day. They work in a spreadsheet, they work on a cell phone, they work on a calendar, they work on a daily diary. And so that has been pretty amazing. And we have been trying to get Eric to do us a WIP schedule since the day I met him. We have government contractors, so our WIP schedules are a little more complex than what you've built in your JobTread now, but just being able to use what you built as a bottom line foundation for us on the government contractor is so awesome for us. Like, I'm going to be able to take that, dump it, and then add my other additional columns that a government contractor wants, as well as surety and bonders in the commercial industry. This is just going to move your software into more commercial projects now, instead of just the residential area. And we're so excited about that because we do a lot of commercial contractors and we do a lot of residential contractors as far as project assisting and providing that support. And we chose JobTread as our #1 go-to. We use nothing else for project assisting for our clients. So we're very thrilled about this.
Awesome. Thanks, Fran. Lorena, you got anything else?
Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for doing this. I know you guys put a lot of time and effort and thought into it. It's something that all of us have been asking for a long time. And it's really cool to have this now. I will say, if you're doing any cost plus stuff, you're going to have to keep your budgets real tidy. Otherwise, that projected cost is going to get you.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, again, thank you all. All of you have helped make this happen as well. I really appreciate, being able to have your perspective here, and you all work with multiple JobTread customers. And so, it does give us that very unique opportunity to collaborate, and kind of look at it from all angles, from the business owner standpoint, as well as from, the accounting standpoint. So I'm just super excited that we were able to deliver this. And I think it's going to be a great feature for, hundreds and thousands of businesses out there. So I look forward to seeing how this helps you all continue to grow and scale your business. So I will turn it again, as usual. I like to share what we're working on, the development roadmap. So we do have some additional updates planned for the client and vendor portal. Being able to allow you to have kind of show, some contact information on there, as well as getting a financial summary. Still working through some of the details, but hopefully that'll be coming up here soon. We've also got the custom notifications and reminders. Those are underway as well, to so that you can not only get reminded about the things that are kind of you're already getting the default notifications now, but this will let you create those custom notifications and reminders. So really excited about that. After that, we're going to move on to, again, the centralized communication, being able to have that, that inbox where you can see all the messages, all the communication, be able to send out, communications through here. Hopefully also, after that, get some email integration, type stuff going. So really excited about all these updates. Again, they're the top of, the feature request list on the help desk. So, we're very actively focused on, these we've got development underway, really excited to be able to deliver those hopefully in the next couple months. We've also got our, the QBO, Canadian, international dual tax is almost ready to get pushed out. I know there are people out there in multiple other countries in the world where they might be using the global edition of QuickBooks Online. We're also, hopeful that we can get that kind of updated to make sure that your integrations work just like everybody else's. And then lastly, we've got this notion, and I talked about it last time, but the notion of having connected organizations and being able to leverage templates, because again, as you all just heard from multiple of our accounting and back office partners, they want to bring all of their clients onto JobTread, which is awesome. We love that, but we recognize that we need to provide some additional tools to help support that. And so that's where this this ability to have connected organizations is going to allow new organizations to be created directly through, your accountant or through your coach, or, even, with franchises, being able to let them kind of bring everyone on and have that, exact same starting point. Leveraging templates is going to be huge. It's going to help us continue to scale, from an implementation standpoint, being able to get everything set up the exact same way, just instantly, instead of having to do manual work to make that happen. So we're really excited about that. Again, the ability to have these template organizations is also going to benefit everybody. So all new companies, who sign up for JobTread, that, you'll be able to pick, or, a home builder, a remodeler, a pool builder, a deck builder, whatever it may be. And we can just seamlessly seed your new organization with, the most common, catalogs and custom fields and setups that, we think is going to really help, speed up the implementation and adoption of JobTread. And it's also going to, it kind of goes directly into being able to get that global catalog, available, so that, we can enable, retailers and manufacturers, distributors to be able to then now sync their catalogs into JobTread, where they can keep all the pricing and all the availability, everything updated. And then you'd be able to leverage their templates and just directly save them into your JobTread organization. So I'm really excited about all these updates that are coming up. Again, our team is very hard at work, and we appreciate all of your continued feedback to help us keep building out all of these new features. So, again, I know we keep putting out a lot of updates. A good place to keep up with all this is in the help desk under the What's New section. We do our best to create videos and create content and update the help desk and articles every time we release a new feature, just so that you guys can, at your availability, can take the time to dive in, and learn more about them and what's come out. So definitely keep up with everything coming out there, and then we've also got, the live trainings. And so, Anna is continuing to do a phenomenal job, putting out, these live trainings. where you can learn the basics to now getting into some of the more advanced, from formulas and leveraging parameters, to all of these crash courses that she's been doing. The feedback has been tremendous. We really, think this is a great way for you and your team to very quickly get up to speed on JobTread. And, so definitely keep up with all of the trainings. You can see those directly in the help desk as well. And we've got a couple more upcoming webinars on, let's see, October 19th. So that's next week. We're going to have the, another one of our new, both an integration partner and a marketplace partner. We've got a really neat, integration that they built. It's a builder lead converter. So we're going to be walking through all of that next week. You'll want to tune in 3 p.m. on October 19th. And then we're also going to do at the end of October a JobTread Connect, kind of what to expect, everything you need to know coming into this event. We're going to, kind of do a little bit more of a deep dive about the event to help everyone, be prepared to come up. So, be sure to tune into those. We also have lots more webinars that we're going to be putting out. We're always looking for great partners and people who, can help your business. And so, we've got a lot of those that will be coming up in the next, months leading up to JobTread Connect. So stay tuned. We'll put out those updates as well. Finally, again, if you haven't already given us a review online, we would love for you to help spread the word. These reviews have been tremendously helpful for us, to get the word out. It's something that, at the end of the day, we keep, people keep finding us saying, how have I never heard about you? Here's one way that you can help spread the word. Again, our goal at JobTread is to build the best possible product that we can in partnership and collaborating with you all, our customers, and the market as a whole. And so, the way that we can keep growing, as fast as we are, while keeping our price super affordable is just to be able to keep growing the customer base. And so, the way that you can help us is just by spreading the word, by creating these reviews for us. You all are the reason we were ranked the #1 construction estimating software and the #1 construction project management software. So, please do keep that going. If you haven't already done it, if you have, I'm eternally grateful for your support. But please do help us continue spreading the word. It makes a huge difference. And with that, I want to thank everybody for attending. And we are happy to, as usual, hang around and answer some additional questions.
All right, great. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, we do have a few questions here. So the first is there an option for QuickBooks Online to push an expense into JobTread, the reverse of what you showed?
Yep.
She said, I enter the UPS bill and most of that is outside of JobTread projects. So she wants to select the JobTread project in QBO and have it sent to JobTread.
Yep. So if with the QuickBooks Online integration, I believe there is there might be a setting over in the integration that you have to enable. So here, so pull expenses. So this is what you're going to want to enable, and this is going to allow us to pull in from QuickBooks all of the expenses that have been created and associated to a JobTread project that was created when it pushed over there.
Awesome. All right. Is there a plan for the creation of a month-over-month report?
Great question. I will certainly look into that. I want to hear a little bit more about that. If you want to send us and show us an example of kind of what exactly you're looking for on that report, I'd be happy to review it.
And then will we eventually be able to use the WIP to show earned revenue per week?
Sounds like a similar being able to kind of have some sort of a time frame reporting. We certainly can look at that. I mean, you do have, let me switch back over to this other one. I mean, we have just sort of started dabbling, just playing around a little while ago, but, you can come in and basically create these. Like if you want to look at, last month, this is going to show you, by day, where you're at, or I think if you look at, maybe like last quarter, it shows you by month. So we've obviously got some capabilities, we're looking forward to continuing to enhance all of our reporting abilities. There's a lot more that we want to do and plan to do with the reporting. And so, being able to group by, a month or a week, that's certainly not beyond the realm of possibility.
Awesome. And I did see, if you didn't see it in the chat, Penny Lane kind of did a clarification on that QuickBooks Online questions. She said, just be sure the cost in QuickBooks Online is coded to the product, service, and project, and then it will show up in JobTread.
Yep.
So that's great clarification. Also related to the WIP report, how can we filter out certain types of jobs from the WIP report? For example, if we do design jobs and construction jobs, but we only want to see construction jobs.
Yeah, great question. So, again, over the WIP report, this is where you can still use all of those same filters, that you've got, from before. And I mean, one thing might be, basically, maybe you want to filter out all of the jobs that have already been closed, or maybe you want to filter those out. You could do it, kind of relative, or maybe, one month from now or so. You've got a lot of different options on that. Same thing. If you wanted to say, let's say based on, I don't know if we have this field over here, but so we have job type, so where we could say, job type is, remodel, we'll just see what that shows. So, you can just like before, you can come in and create whatever custom filters, to refine this. And you may even want to save this one. So maybe this is your remodel WIP, and then maybe you've got a separate new construction WIP, for example. You can come in and create those same filters.
Awesome. Okay, and we had a question here from Anik Dean. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. How does an accounting pro become a JobTread partner?
You just got to reach out to us. The things that we want to see is that you have a very good understanding of JobTread. You know how it works. Obviously I'll go ahead and assume you already have a great understanding of QuickBooks. So yeah, just you can reach out to to us. There's on our website, there's a partners page down at the bottom. You can learn more information about joining the partner program.
Perfect. And then one other question here, Zach was saying it would be great to have a project price is between filter.
Interesting. So what you could do is over here, you could let's see, so we could get price is greater than, and then you would add another one where price is less than. So you could basically create two of them, and that would essentially encapsulate so maybe it's greater than, we'll just say $10,000 and less than $100,000.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Zach. Okay, well, I think that is all of the questions that we have here.
Awesome.
Anything else you want to add?
We just really appreciate everybody's continued support of JobTread. Not just for being a customer, but also for helping us continue to grow and improve the product. It really has made a tremendous impact. I see Tom Houghton. Did you just raise your hand? All right. Again, thank you all for attending today, and we look forward to again hearing your continued feedback, and let's just keep working together to improve the product. And I look forward to seeing everybody at JobTread Connect upcoming in January. Thanks, everyone.
Absolutely. And I'll add, if you're not currently using JobTread, we'd love to continue the conversation, jobtread.com/demo, and be sure to stay tuned for a recording of this webinar, and check out all of our future webinars at jobtread.com/webinars. Thank you so much. Have a great day.